Looking back at what I've learned so far during my graduate studies at Quinnipiac University, I've learned a lot about how websites are constructed and designed, and now I'm learning about how websites are used and how to design websites to make them more user-friendly. One method used in usability testing is recording the face of users as they perform tasks. I decided that I would capture what I looked like as I was checking out a website I was testing. A little confused, I think. When I saw this picture, I imagined this too was the look upon thousands of faces of website users as they navigated this site. Not good. Researchers Karen Garrity and Richard Badman wrote, "The process of reshaping is one of getting generic methods or techniques to work in context." So as designers and developers, how do we go about not getting that look on our website users' faces? We use the development methods to figure out problems or avoid problems in the function of the designs. My purpose of being in school is so I can move to a better job eventually. So one thing I like to do regularly is look up at the employment ads to see if my skills or the skills that I will get during school will match up to the description of the job I want. One thing I've noticed in jobs for UX and UI designers is that employers want future employees to have a knowledge of Agile development methods. Agile. I thought, what the heck is that? I thought it sounded like some new type of Tupperware or trash bags or something. What I found out during my research, though, was there are two main types of development methodology: the traditional Waterfall method and the more recent Agile method. The Waterfall method has its roots in manufacturing development and is a linear process from the beginning to the end. It begins with knowing what requirements need to be met at the end of the design process, and there's a lot of documentation to go along with that. Then it goes through 6 sequential steps, ending with the maintenance of the developed product, not the redesign of the product. That means once a development phase is complete, there's no turning back. You're done, finished, kaput. In comparison is the newer Agile. It has its roots in methods developed by software engineers in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Some early run-ups to Agile were Dynamic Systems Development Method, Scrum, Crystal Clear, Extreme Programming, Adaptive Software Development, and Feature-Driven Development. But now, all of these are considered to be under the Agile umbrella, so to speak, because in 2001, a group of designers got together and issued an Agile Manifesto. Sounds political, right? Well, it was political in the sense that it gave the user more importance in the development process. The Agile Manifesto is based on 12 principles, and here's some of the highlights. Customer satisfaction is early and continuous during the delivery of the useful software. There's also, they welcome changing requirements, even late in the development process. And working software is delivered frequently. It's in what they call sprints, so their deliverables are happening very frequently. And usually designers work in small teams. Under this Agile umbrella is the method proposed by user experience professional Steve Krug, whose book we read in class, Don't Make Me Think. He writes in his book, Rocket Surgery Made Easy, that testing should be done once a month, but only for a few hours so team members can watch and take notes. Data management consultant Bob Lambert writes that the argument goes back and forth about which development method is better. He says those against it, like consultant David Longstreet, say the Agile method is undisciplined, unstructured, and unproductive. A lot like my 2-year-old son here. He dismisses Agile for eliminating division of labor. Others have criticized Agile for not being well suited for large corporate design teams. Lambert also writes that effective Agile teams do value documentation and requirements, and business people are on effective Agile teams when needed, but absent when not. Lambert says he agrees with Agile Cat's Agile sweet spot. It's a happy medium model that considers factors including business domain, system size, maturity of the design organization. It's in order to predict the success of an Agile project. Another consultant, Philippe Kruchkin, says that the Agile sweet spot tends to be a team of usually less than 15 people doing greenfield development, that means it's non-structured, for non-safety critical systems. It also has the waterfall characteristics of the system architecture being defined and stable, and the governance rules are straightforward. So in the digital design industry, I believe it'll be useful to familiarize yourself with the different types of development methods. So the next time you see Agile method mentioned in a possible employment opportunity, you'll know what it is and how it applies to development projects. Thanks for listening.